So I'm streaming from the laptop on my couch today, just an FYI. I'm streaming from the laptop on my couch today, just an FYI. That was my audio check. Very strange. It's actually not strange. I don't think I properly exited HackMatrix, maybe. For some reason, the map I loaded in here a while back did not save. Let's go ahead and reload that. So the map's going to appear at origin, so let's just look at origin for a moment. So to import an object, you source the venv bin activate, which turns on the Python environment. Then you cd into the scripts, and you Python the entity TUI. You want to make sure that your terminal is somewhat smaller in size, because the ability to load the entire list and scroll is not great for this TUI. So you can see that there are other entities, 2 of them, and the scroll bar doesn't show them. So these 3-4 entities, I know for a fact, were created for the map, or at least the last one was, but wasn't saved with the map in it. So let's go ahead and just put the map in it. So you press M to add a model, or I press M to add a model. I go to home, Kuber logos, which is the project name, Vox. The object is map0.obj. I pressed enter, and now I press to the left, and now I am back in the entity menu. I go back to the same entity ID 43. I could have created a new entity with N, but like I said, there are already 3 blank ones. Press P to add a positionable. Okay, this positions it in the map. I will press 5. This map object is a little too big for where we want to put it, so 0.3 actually will reduce it in size to something manageable. Actually, I'm going with 0.25. 0.2 actually I think is more suitable. I'm sort of curating this in a museum, a design museum, temple, meditation center. Okay, so let's see. I believe the positive X will move it away from us. Okay, so we saw if I do 0, it's closer. If we do 5, it's going to move away. If we do -5, it's going to move closer. Let's move it sort of to us. So that would mean probably a -X direction. Okay, so it's probably overhead. And so we're going to install it into the temple. So we can drop it down to 2, maybe even 1. Let's drop it, pull it back up to 2. Okay, that's actually a cool screenshot too. Okay, let's take a look at where it's at. Perfect. Okay, and now we can just push it into the temple there. So let's go do that. So to push it into the temple, I just probably subtract like 7 from the X. So that'd be -22. I do not intend to put it on the very front of the temple. That is pretty ugly. It needs to go inside, so -27 perhaps, or more. 35. Okay, very close. Let's push it to the back. So that would be like negative 40 perhaps. There we are. And I actually want it to rotate. So I want to be able to look at it like from this direction. So that would be a 45-degree angle. That would be a 25-degree angle. That was a bit too much. Plus it was pushing into the wall. So then I need to remove it from that predicament. 38. And alas, we have a map that is inextant. The render distance isn't very high at the moment. Well, it really depends on scale, so I'm sort of breaking all of the, pretty much any rule that makes anything look like a proper scale. I'm not moving at a like normal speed. I guess the people sort of indicate the scale. These are pretty short steps if this is the guy's height. Pretty short steps. Pretty short steps. I think my voice and whispering is getting kind of messed up, but that's fine, I guess. Okay, we are going to find the temple, and then we are going to, it's a lot of water, and then we are going to double the temple size, which, now it's a monolith. So that's mega based. Bro. Yes. Oh, that is cool, guys. Okay. And then I think we need to move it back a bit. So back would be this direction. We need to move it this direction. Direction here. My mouse is moving the direction of the stair edge. Let's do negative 15. Let's see what that does. Let's do negative 20. See what that does. Oh, monolith. Absolute monolith. Okay, so that, and then one more thing. courtyard. The courtyard must move. Why not move to 3 instead? Oh geez, what just happened? Okay, so the courtyard did just actually move like a lot. Why not to 10 instead? Perfect. That's... Okay, so if this is a courtyard, like if this is an actual courtyard, then we should probably rotate it this way and put it over there or something. This courtyard should never exist here though. It's kind of a weird place to exist, for a courtyard to exist, especially because it has these trees. I'm still going to rotate it though. It's sort of out of place where it's at. You must go farther into the dirt. You must drop into the rocks. You must drop farther into the rocks. Okay, that's way too far. You must drop farther. That courtyard looks fine now. Welcome to the courtyard ruins. Or the stony cave cult. Perhaps we can drop some more. Perfect. Everything is floating. I need to get gravity set up. I look out upon the sea and see a lamp above me. Why dost thou have a lamp above the cave? It's because of recursion, I said, or maybe said the knave. But what happened to the lamps on the temple? They disappeared for some reason. It's a mystery. Seriously, I have no idea why the lamps on the temple have disappeared, but they have. They're probably the ones, the other entities. Watch this. So if I go over here and then scroll down to the bottom here, some of these are well positioned, or maybe they were. Light fixture. There's 3 of them. Oh, that's why. Maybe we'll see it. Ah, interesting. Let's go investigate. So the light pole is now sticking out of the ground. Bro, what if I did a 4x size light pole? That is sick. Oh, I moved it way too far. It looks so gaudy. Could you imagine if the Greeks desecrated their temples with giant lamps like this? Oh my god. It's so out of place. It would function as a good hairstyle, though. How hilarious would this be? Hold on. I know what's gonna go here. This is gonna be hilarious, guys. This is gonna be hilarious. I know exactly what's going here. This is gonna be a tall African woman. It's kind of a joke, but not really. Alright, let's add a model, and this is going to be vox no absolute path hacker.obj, and then we are going to make a tall hacker. So that should position it where it needs to be or whatever, but let's make it 5 tall. Oh my god. Okay, 5 might be a little too big. 4, 3. I wonder if I can make them all stone, all like that dark onyx color. I'm going to rotate him. Whoa, where did he go? Oh, I shot him into the air. Based, okay. Let's move him. Like -10. Whoa. I have no idea why I'm doing this. Oh, that doesn't look cool at all. I thought that would look cooler. Okay, I like the idea of giant statues. I don't know what to do with the light post. So I'm going to go back, make the light post smaller. So let's just drop that back down to 0.5. We'll figure out what to do with the light post in a moment. And the hacker statue, I like the hacker statue idea. I think it being the same color as all the other hackers is kind of confusing though, personally. So I'm fine with yeeting it into the sky. For now, it'll be a sky god. Goodbye. We can make it slightly bigger to appease it. Oh, that's... it's still among us mere mortals. It must leave. It's ascending into heaven. A bit too slowly, I might add. It's going into the great light fixture in the sky, where it will be forever safe. I had a lot of fun with that. That was really funny. Oh, wait, I actually did not want to make it that value. Let's see. Okay, he is still. Maybe I did actually want to make it that value. Do not look into your sky, for there are gods among you. The size of your temples, there are gods. I suppose a normal-sized light fixture still looks fine, so I'll put the light fixture back where it needs to go. And then figure out how to attach these things so they scaled properly. Maybe I'm probably not going to take care of that right now because it's a difficult problem, I think. Am I even moving the one I think I am? Let's go investigate. Wow, not negative 14. Negative 14.5, apparently. Okay. I think I'm satisfied with that. Although it can probably move that a little bit farther. Okay, negative 14.3. And I honestly like that relative to its size. I think, so I was going to put them on every single column, but with the smaller temple, it felt really gaudy. And now with the larger temple, it doesn't feel so gaudy. Okay, you guys can hear me then. I was making sure you could hear me. Okay, you guys can hear me then. I was making sure you could hear me. I think I'm going to go over here and open up the volume. It's going to make that clicking a little bit more annoying, but I'm just going to turn off the whatever that is, the AC. It's not AC, it's the heater. Okay, this should sound a lot better. Okay, this should sound a lot better. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Holy shit. Okay, this should sound a lot better. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Holy shit. The echo's gonna get bad pretty soon in the feedback. Okay, this should sound a lot better. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Holy shit. The echo's gonna get bad pretty soon in the feedback. Alright, we're done with that. That was some wild feedback. Hello viewers. How are you? Okay, so I suppose that's good. We can move that over here. Oops. Okay, this is what we were working on. I was like, what were we working on? We were getting the light fixtures into position. And like I said, it looked gaudy on a smaller temple. To have more than two of these, it looked pretty gaudy with two of them. But now it looks like, I don't know, like little oil lamps. Like they look pretty insignificant. So I think they're probably okay to put on here. Okay, so we want 14.3, we want 8, but the 4 can remain, and the 5 can remain, so negative 14.3 and 8. So that moves it farther out, and then up, and it is not touching anything, so I suppose we can put this one on the center pillar. Maybe let's do the center and then the far pillar for this new increased size. So that would mean like maybe negative 18. Let's see what that does. Okay, so I thought negative 20. I accidentally pressed 1. I was thinking negative 20, but I accidentally pressed 1, and so I was like, I'll just try negative 18. I need to figure out why this is like Z fighting. So these have the same Z value, and so they're fighting. I'm not sure if it's called Z fighting, but I guess it kind of is. It has the same depth value, so they fight over each other. Okay, and so I'm going to add one more. So I can just go ahead and use the positional and model over here. So, oh wait, that's the hacker god that we floated into space. So let's add a model on 40 here. So I think this is called lamp in Kuber logos. Home colon Kuber logos lamp dot obj. So the way I'm specifying the file path here is not obviously going to ship to anybody's machine, but I'll be able to replace in the database all the absolute file paths with local file paths. local relative or whatever, relative file paths. So it's not that big of a deal. Negative 14.3, I think, and then 8. And so then that's going to land somewhere up against this plane. Strange. That. Maybe it's not lamp. Light fixture NYC. Colin Kuber logos Vox. Because I'm shipping as a distro, I could just have everything absolute path relative to the main user's root, and you get a user. That's kind of a weird way to use a computer, but home Kuber logos. It's like you get one user for the distro. Home Colin Kuber logos Vox light fixture nyc.obj. I modeled this after a light fixture near one of the churches in New York. Oh wow! See, look how that would look extremely gaudy. I think maybe it isn't. Let's get down on the person's level. Now that the courtyard has been moved, we're floating. It's kind of weird. I don't know. I think that might be an okay size light fixture, but I'll half it to the other size, and then we'll see what happens after that. Okay, and now we need to move it just down the line. So these are 24 apart, and that one is negative 20, so we need negative 48, I believe. See where that lands us. Okay. Oh, yeah, it's almost there, or it's almost, it's a little too far. But so like negative 45, negative 46, negative 46. Okay. Negative 42. Negative 44. I need a way to lock these positions in when I change the relative size of the temple itself. Okay, I think we're attached. Good. I'm making a game at the same time that I'm making an engine. It's not the smartest thing in the world to do. At the same time that I'm making a Linux desktop. Let's not forget that part. Okay, we are in the cave. We're overlooking some water. We don't have enough water to overlook. Before it got deleted, we did have some of the demon cows and the house and the stable. The orange is Kingsland, and the green is the forest area with the cave in it. So we're in the cave. That's what this is. Okay, so I just made a lot of changes to all of this. What I want to do is I'm going to try to stop the stream and save everything. I think it will save everything if I kill the stream and then restart HackMatrix without crashing. So let's try that. So I'll be right back, maybe. Okay, and we are back. And I believe all the changes have been saved, so I think we're good. I think I can even see the purple, 3 pixels of the purple of the hacker god up in the sky, so I think we're good to go there. Okay, so I said some art. I suppose we can call this art. And I said some code. I'm not sure what to do for code. I like the default speed. I think I want to stick to default speed when moving around the game at the moment. Some code. What code shall we use or do or read? I'm not really up for coding at the moment, especially given how early it is. Especially given that I haven't even made my coffee this morning yet. Whoops. So Long? The So Long release? What is that? Why is it called So Long? Oh, okay. So Long 3.8. It's getting rid of that version of Python. Okay. Poured the milk in the coffee. And we're good to go here. Okay, so something that I want to do is I want to run all of the various I want to clone and run all the various repositories that I've created to have this be sort of like a I don't know, maybe not in the temple space, but have it be a sort of like like a living portfolio or something, or a living, I don't know, place for my projects. So I'm just going to scroll through here and try to find I'm actually very curious what this is. This is a separate repository. Oh, from a hack RPG, earned $4,000. That's funny. It's literally just a goal. We're not cloning that one. Might say do that one at some point. I created this in 2023 I literally named it Matrix, and it was just this, but I had it in mind, what we are making now, 3 years ago. So that's cool. Oh, 3 years ago? Okay, that's lame. That's actually when I started this project, I think. I've had this in mind longer than when I started this project. July 14th, 2023 is when I started this project. Yeah. I think. Something like that. This is long before I had anything, though. That's hilarious. So this was like just the first repository I made, and then I renamed it and just discarded it and left it here. Yo, that's sick. I might use this. What if that's the name? That's the name of my RPG. Matrix. I'm really not a fan of 8s. I am a fan of 8, just in various contexts. So I'm not sure if having an 8 in the title of my game is something that I would actually be comfortable with. If it were a 6, if it were anything but an 8 or a 5, I do not want a 5 in the title of my game or the title of my work. Okay, let's see if there's anything else we can clone. What is this AI stuff? Best first search. When did I? Okay, so this is around the same time. That would be a fun project to pick back up. Excuse me. This probably does literally nothing. An OBS clone? That's not an OBS clone. That's funny. Logos.py. I'm scared I'm gonna click on something and it's going to like reveal a key. That's my game. Guys, do you guys want to play my game? Alright, we're gonna clone my game. Oh, it's actually interesting that I named my game Logos. Logos.py. Because as you saw, the name for the distro at the moment, where the thing where everything, where HackMatrix actually lives, is called Kuberlogos, which is cyber, basically. That means, Kuber means cyber in Greek, basically, same thing. So the fact that Logos is my game, and when did I make this? It's like 4 years ago? 3 years ago, okay. Same with the 3 years ago, jeez. I want older code. I am gonna get clone this, though. We'll just clone it and make dear M3P, which stands for my third party, not MP3, N3P. N3P. That's gonna get confusing. Hit clone. Let's play my game, guys. Based. Alright, I think we can improve it. My game has been improved. Okay, so that's obviously a joke repository, or I don't know why I created it. I like that it exists though, that I cloned it. AI. Okay. Oh, okay, we've already been through that project. It's just a folder called Cybernetics, completely empty folder. Nice one. Why is this private? Why did I take that private? Bro, that's insane. How did I do that? Why did I do that? What in the world? Guys, I think I'm insane if I took that private. What the fuck? I took it private in February. For some reason. Oh, I was probably trying to make money off of it. This is on my resume. I sold this to Jordan B. Peterson. Anyways. What are Borgs? Yeah, I know what Borgs are. I just want to know what the... This contains, like, no software. A triangle. Okay, so... Borgs was me trying to get into OpenGL. This was my second, or maybe first attempt. Actually, it was probably like my fourth attempt at making HackMatrix, basically. I've tried a few times. Whoa. This probably got nowhere. Jesus. Maybe that's just a live stream key, or not a live stream key, but like an index into a live stream or something, like a specific live stream object. Because it does look like we're just dynamically reading the config, so that's good. Anyways, I'm going to back out of that. Oh, here we go. Look at this. Look at this. So I tried to make a JavaScript version of HackMatrix in 2022. I didn't even know about it until like a year after I built HackMatrix. A 3D voxel-based social network that combines elements of Minecraft, RuneScape, CAD packages, and of course Twitter. Okay, so this is actually maybe a little more 2D. It says it's 3D. Actually, it was supposed to just be like this. I was literally trying to create this, I guess in JavaScript. Although, obviously, I didn't get very far. So I was using Babylon.js. And I was, let's see. As far as I'm aware, okay, this just looks like boilerplate. Anyways, I had the idea for HackMatrix at least 4 years ago, I think. Although that one obviously went nowhere. I did some common Lisp graphics. I like this project. I'm going to clone this one. We're going to run this one. I think this one fits. So this is a Greek. Maybe he wasn't a god in his time, but let's deify him now. So let's manifest forth Leonidas. We can do it on this terminal. And I think that's actually the code that we can look at for today. So let's do that. Plus it's Lisp. Maybe some of you guys don't even know how to start a Lisp project. Or, run one. So we can do that. I'll take a look at chat real quick. I'll open this code and then not sure where I will go from there. Go live. Hello, what is this stream about? Linux and art, basically. And RPGs. Okay. Whoops. Okay, let's manifest the Laconian soul. Git clone. Oh, why can't I paste? Did I not get the URL? Wait, did I? It's probably because I deleted the Chromium, or got rid of the Chromium. Leonidas. There it is. Manifest the Laconian soul. Okay, let's keep that in the clipboard. Need to slow down. There we go. Oh, we already have Leonidas. Oh, I'm in Logos. Move Leonidas out to my third party. Okay, here is Leonidas, the project. It's a simple project. It has an ASCII logo, so maybe we should run it first. Although it's just a lambda, but that's the Spartan shield. Okay, so let's run this. So to run a Lisp project, you install Slime, and then it depends on the project actually, how to start it. This one just has a Leonidas.lisp file. So the way to run that, you go to the REPL, and then you just load Leonidas.lisp, and then it'll have functions. It should have a main, yeah, Leonidas. So I think we want to end package Leonidas, I think that exists, and then Leonidas, I think is the primary public function. Oops. Okay, so let's close this, and then decrease this, and scroll up. So it prints this, and then says, "Welcome to Sparta." And then, so this was, the idea was that I was going to have let's say the right way to say this, a highly downsampled version of a Greek leader that has been deified into a god, training me in code and working out. And at the time I had just got a dog, and so I was like, gosh, I hate taking the dog out. And so I made it into a game of, I actually didn't hate taking the dog out, but it was just like a lot of work. So I made a game out of taking my dog outside and being a quote-unquote ranger. So I would go outside and like run this program out in the wild, like in a park and shit. So it's really simple. It's just like you have a list of choices. Do a PR GitHub issue. Okay, we're going to do that. Let's do that, guys. Leonidas. Let's code. That's what we're doing here anyway. So we're going to PR GitHub. Let's PR one on the Greek god. I mean, it's not a Greek god, he was a leader, but he's deified, so. Go range across the land with Zeus, which is my dog. Let's see. The anti-Leonidas. Leonidas foil of Leonidas. Go smoke a bowl. No, we have to keep him laconic. We can't do that. We can't do that to poor Leonidas. Here we go. Leonidas has taken some inspiration from the Athenians. He no longer wants to enslave the Helots, and he wishes to open his civilization to democracy and art, and therefore art. Format T. Go paint. Boom. There we go, guys. There we go. Who said that PR ain't a GitHub issue? It says PR. I guess we'll PR. Who says that doing a PR is actually super difficult? Check out B. Sparta had a change of heart and are artists now. The Helots are free. The push. Okay. And because it said PR, am I logged in? I'm logged in. I can see the pull request here, so let's go. This is the strangest PR I've ever made, I think. And it has to check it, that it can merge it. Perfect. Okay, so that will just stare in your face every time you come into the temple. Except it won't, because bootables are turned off at the moment. It used to be that you could have an app spawn every time you booted into HackMatrix. I turned that feature off for the Wayland port. That blasted Wayland port. It's mostly deactivated because I don't have a great way to edit the database file that manages the bootables. It's just kind of a pain. So, okay, so I think that satisfies satisficing the conditions of the stream. Oh wow, it dropped like down to 2 and then up to 11. That's crazy. That's gotta be a bug. Okay, folks, we did some art and some code. I think that satisfies the conditions of the stream. We are in overtime now. LIM Forge says hello, or hi, hello. Rodoc Dev says hi, hello. Being able to move this fast sort of breaks the dimensions of the game here. Still haven't figured out. Maybe I want zones where like some zones like lock you into a certain speed. Some zones are like more creative where you can change your speed. It's just with 3D it's difficult to maintain a sense of scale if you can't control. Depending on whether or not you have NPCs around, you basically have to control speed and the size of known objects. And like in a cave, you don't really know objects. I think the NPCs are a bit too big. They're like the size of trees almost. Not actually, but All right, increasing speed to go, faster to chat. Okay. So with that, I think I am finished for the morning stream. I'll be back later. Adios.